Hey guys, what's going on? DuffKing56 here, back at a different screen than you might be used to. Welcome back. If you do not recognize this, this is the screen for Nier Automata, the new release by Platinum Games and Square Enix, a Let's Play that I'm going to be doing that I'm very excited about. Now, I want to get this out of the way first. Disclaimer, this is not the first episode of the Let's Play. I did something similar like this to Yakuza 0, and I like how it turned out for me as far as continuity went for the Let's Play. So I'm going to try this primer thing again, and then I will be posting episode 1 tomorrow. So if you don't want to see any of this stuff, you can skip to the opening cinematic of the game. That will be in the description below. But if you're not, you want to listen to how I want to organize this Let's Play and some things I'm just going to be discussing about, then you can stick around, because I felt like the primer I did in Yakuza 0 was really cool. I talked a little bit about the history of the game and my history with the game. And this one will be a little bit more fleshed out because I've had some time to think about what I liked and didn't like. So, without further ado, let's just go into the primer straight out the bat. The first thing I wanted to talk about is my experiences with the first Nier. This is the second title that uses the namesake of Nier. The first title was just called Nier in the States, but I believe in different regions it was called either Nier Gestalt or Nier Replicate. I think the one the United States got was Nier Replicate, but I'm not actually sure. Either way, I ended up getting this game at a GameStop bargain bin around the same time I got Magna Carta 2, which is another like JRPG. This is more of an action RPG, but that's besides the point. And one random day I was looking for a new game to play, and I just sort of flipped a coin because I couldn't really decide between either Magna Carta 2 or Nier for the Xbox 360. I still haven't played Magna Carta yet. I'm sorry, there's a Let's Player that I used to frequently network with named Crystal Page Sky. It was like one of her favorite games. I know you'd be disappointed that I haven't played it yet, but I played Nier, and that's just still pretty good, right? Anyways, I had no idea what to expect, and the first game was like this clunky, not very fluid, like molasses-like combat system, but the story was really interesting, and there's a lot of twists and turns, and that always sort of kept me on my toes, which I really liked. And there were multiple endings, so even ending after ending, I felt myself getting like really close with the game and really hitting it off and finding a lot of things that I really liked in it, including the most like amazing soundtrack in the world. Lots of really cool tracks in this game as well. I'm sure in the future we will see that. But yeah, that was my experiences with the first Nier. And originally Nier itself is just a spin-off from one of the multiple endings that Drakengard 1 had. And I don't believe it is like a direct sequel or anything. It's more of like a spiritual successor, even though it kept some of the elements from that ending of Drakengard 1. However, in the prologue of the first Nier, you start in this weird, like, post-apocalyptic looking area, I guess, in 2049. And you're in this random grocery store and you get attacked trying to defend your daughter, whose name is Yona. And you end up using magic from this book, and she starts coughing and it seems like she's really sick. And all of a sudden that's like the end of the prologue. And all of a sudden you fast forward like 1300 years later, and now you're the same person that you were in the grocery store, and you still have the daughter. You live in this random like village that is like are in these ruins, and you're still trying to save Yona. She has this plague disease thing called the Black Scrawl. But anyways, long story short, that was Nier, right? So now we have this next game, which is supposed to incorporate elements from the first Nier, but it doesn't go off of exactly what happened after the first Nier. So let me just read the description from Wikipedia. Things are way in the future. I guess it's like 8,000 years in the future. I'm sure the game will cover that for us. But this is what Wikipedia has to tell us. Nier Automata is set in the midst of a proxy war between machines created by otherworldly invaders and the remnants of humanity, and tells the story of androids 2B, 9S, and A2 in their battle to reclaim the machine-driven dystopia overrun by powerful machines. So let that sink in. Let that mull over in your minds for a little bit. But that's exactly what Wikipedia has to say about Nier Automata, and a lot of the trailers and what I've seen from the game really caught my eye, and that's what really got me into wanting to play the game. So, as far as the reception for the game goes, it's doing really well. Actually, it has an 89 score on Metacritic, and I think it has a similar score on OpenCritic. And this is in stark contrast to how the original Nier did. The original Nier got a 67 or 68, depending on what console system you were looking at. So we should definitely be expecting a strong title, because we have Platinum Games teaming up with Yoko Taro, and also Square Enix is publishing, and they said that they wouldn't publish it if it wasn't good. They basically had an ultimatum when they talked to Yokotaro, who is the idea master behind this. It's his brainchild of this crazy man who was like rolling around the floor and shouting that you can get a Nier Automata t-shirt and that shit Square Enix and stuff like that. The guy's nuts. But they basically told him, like, we're not going to make another one, and then eventually that he was allowed to make another one, but they said it better be freaking good. So that's pretty much what we're dealing with here. I hope eventually we'll be able to make like heads or tails of this plot, of this crazy game, and I'm sure there's going to be multiple endings, so definitely, if you're looking forward to this, watch out. I will be updating this Let's Play daily as I go. Things might be tough just for me to get a little initial footage, but that's just how things go for these things, right? So anyways, I'm going to go in headstrong, and I'm pretty much ready to go now, but before we get into any initial cutscenes, menu cutscenes, or whatever, I just want to give you some notes for this Let's Play that I was thinking about as well, and you're more than welcome to give me feedback on them. Feel free to leave a comment on this. I will always come back to this video as I'm Let's Playing, and I will address things as long as I still can address them. But anyways, there's two things I really wanted to talk about: the side quests of the game and the multiple endings of the game. Now, as far as side quests goes, I'm going to do as many of them as I can. From what I've heard and what I've read, they add a lot of character to the game, and it will allow me to commentate a better Let's Play for you guys because it sort of ties the world in together, so I think that would be a really good thing for me to do. And as far as the endings go, I will be playing through the game and as many of the multiple endings as I can get to show you, so you guys can get the most objectively like complete Nier game, because I think that is the best way to experience it. So if you're not looking forward to spoilers, then do not watch this until you play the game. In fact, I would probably recommend that you do that, or at least you can keep a little bit ahead of me as you watch if you really intend to watch me, because I think the game is best experienced like as you're sitting here and playing it yourself. But anyways, I'll be very clear about the path that I'm taking and the decisions I make if I have to make decisions. So the thumbnails, the titles, and the descriptions will all reflect that. I will try to be very honest with that and very forthright so that you guys know exactly what you're getting into, so you don't make any mistakes and watch something that you don't want to watch. So with all that being said, is there anything else you want me to address in this Let's Play? Feel free, once again, to let me know. But for now, I think it's best to just crack right into the game and show you what I can do with this really crazy story and this really cool combat system. I did play the demo on my channel. It's not really worth watching. It was more of a quality test for a new capture card. But that's it. That's all I have for you guys. So the last thing I want to do is just send you off real strong. So welcome to my Let's Play of Nier Automata. This has been DuffKing56. I'll be seeing you soon with my first canonical episode of the Let's Play. Enjoy, everybody. I will see you all next time, and peace out.
司令官からの命令で 2B さんのメンテナンスを担当することになったんです。これから定期的にチェックしますね。
この記録を聞いた者がいたら伝えてほしいことがある。もし夜ハ部隊所属 9S に会うことがあったら、私は彼にアンドロイドは同類と言えるな。ポット1号さんに命令。貴様の独断の論理思考と発言を禁止する。さん、ここは私たちアンドロイドは主たる人類を守るように作られている。だと分かっていてもやらなきゃダメなんだ。 お前たち二人は最後の夜ハブタンだ。違う、ナインエス、あれは